Welcome to day 6 of Activated. I am so excited because today we're going to be focusing on the third eye, and there is a lot to be said about the third eye. In fact, most people will put their energy and focus when it comes to psychic abilities in the third eye, like on the third eye. That is what they put all their focus on. And the amount of people that come to me and say, I want to be able to see, or I'm afraid to see, or like I can't see, or what does it mean to see? It's like there's a real strong emphasis on seeing spirit, and that means that is what makes us a psychic medium, which is actually not true. So today we're going to do a practice, and we are going to do a light language as well to activate the third eye, which is the space between the eyes, like on the forehead, and quite often we can feel it tingling, or like there's something, little tiny little thing crawling on there, or a little bit of fluff, or we can feel a little bit of heat there, or sometimes I'm like, oh, what's on my head, so we can literally start feeling it activating, very similar to what we were speaking about yesterday with the thymus, but this seems to be a lot more number than the third eye. The third eye is kind of a sensitive space. So if you are jumping on, come and say hello if you're on the live feed. If you are on replay, I'd love to see who is here. Okay. Have you seen spirit? I'd love to know. Have you seen spirit in your eyes or within your third eye? And rather than just saying no, if you're a no, I want you to take a moment and to kind of just have a little bit of a think back. Have I ever seen spirit with my eyes or with my inner sight? Has there been a time when you saw something and maybe it was passed off as imagination? Did your parents ever tell you you had an imaginary friend? Have you ever seen anything in the corner of your eyes and said, oh, don't be so silly? Have you ever had a thought or a memory or that popped up in your head of a grandparent or an auntie, just randomly, like, oh, I was thinking about my Auntie Doris the other day. Yeah, she died 20 years ago. Yeah, she just popped into my head. Has it ever happened to you? And if you're on the live feed, or if you're on replay, let me know. Give me a yes or a no if you have seen spirit with your eyes, or seen something that's a little bit different, like a shadow or a sparkle. Maybe you've been out in nature and you're like, whoa, I'm seeing a lot of static or a lot of color around that tree. Have you seen something out of the norm in your mind's eye or with your eyes? I'd love to know. Okay, we're getting quite a lot of yeses. This is the thing, guys. Everyone is waiting for that spirit or their loved one that had passed to just like to wake up and go, oh, hello, Jeffrey, how are you? I never thought you were going to come. How's it going in heaven? And we're expecting them to look like us. They don't, because they don't have any bodies anymore. So when I see spirit, I see them with their body, but they're only showing me the blueprint of their spirit. And in Magnificent Mediumship, of course, we go deeper into this, and we have to start undoing the story that has been created. We have to start unwinding the narrative and go, okay, well, let's just break this all up. And when I first started doing mediumship, this is what I did. I had no idea what to do. I knew that my great-grandmother had seen a lot of spirit, a lot of actually seen with her eyes, like hooded figures in the garden, and heard knocks on the door. We've all got all the different clairs. We've got clairsentient, claircognizance, we've got clairvoyant, clairaudient. We've got all these clairs, and if you're really, really clever, you'll know them all. And all. I don't give a shit about the terminology. You see, you hear, you sense, you know. they can come in our dreams. I remember this time, and I'd love to hear your stories. Pop them in the chat box. Who have you seen? What did you see? Put it in the chat box. Let me know. Let me know. So what was I just about to say? The story. Oh, yeah. So I remember a dream, and my granddad was sitting there on his rocking chair. And I ran up to him. I was in my 30s when I had this dream. And I ran up to him and I sat on him and I wrapped my legs around and my arms around him. And I was like, Granddad, Granddad, Granddad. And I was like, this is a dream. And he's like, yep, this isn't real. And he's like, yeah, it is. I just wanted to tell you I love you. And I just rocking on his rocking chair with him. And actually, that might have been in my 20s. And as hard times came upon me in my life, and I found myself in a deep hole of depression. A lot of my life I've been in and out of depression because I didn't understand who I was in my HD and all the things, right? This is why I do what I do now, because I found my blueprint and I help others find theirs. And being a medium, there can be a lot of unknown stuff which can mess with your head, and that's why I'm educating mediumship. Long story short, in those times when I was feeling hopeless and helpless, I would find myself rocking as the tears and the hopelessness and the hate for myself or whatever was going on, that fear, that despair, the despair was really like raging through me. And I don't know if you've experienced that. Let me know if you have. Being such a deep person and such an empath, I could feel a world, and I'd just start rocking. I'd be like, this is weird. In between my tears, I feel like someone's holding me. And I realized every time I went through the dark night of the soul, my granddad was there and I was on his knee and he was rocking me, saying, I love you. Spirit is here to help us. And I say, look, I'm not a party trick. If you want to come and work with me in Magnificent Mediumship, your whole freaking life, or if you want to do any of my free programs or my podcast or my YouTube, I've got content galore. I'm extremely generous in my teachings. But if you want to come and work with me, it's not just about seeing spirit. That's this part of the equation. It's about owning yourself as a spirit. Seeing yourself. To see yourself is to see spirit. And then you can remember how to hold yourself from those moments when spirit came to you. So when you wake up disappointed from the dream and you go, oh yeah, I gave my granddad a hug, it must have been a memory. No, it was a profound message from your loved ones. And the other thing is, I'll notice with some of my clients, they'll be like, I want to see. They have a session with me and I can see and feel and know and whatever. And I think some of you right here, right now, this has happened with you. The husband will come through or whomever will come through. This happens all the time in my one-to-one spaces because I'm a medium, obviously, but the spirit will come through and kind of just speak through me and give messages from me to their loved one. This is mediumship. It doesn't matter how I'm seeing them. That's the point. But I do see them, but I don't make it significant. Because if you make the seeing significant, we're going to activate your third eye today. But if you make the seeing significant, then you're going to miss the sensing and the hearing and the knowing. So it's one big thing. So today I really want to emphasize the third eye is not just about seeing from the third eye. It's like having, like having one arm and no legs. Like, how are you going to get to anywhere if you've only got one arm? Like, you need the legs. So with our third eye, we need the root, the sacral, the solar, the heart, the throat. We need all of these to hold what we are seeing in a deep grounded space. When I was awakening, this was activated. I was seeing feathers everywhere, butterflies everywhere, my ears. Okay, so this whole area, the ears and the everything in the head is connected to this pineal gland, to the third eye, and the brain, obviously. So this whole mechanism was just fizzing and I couldn't hold anything. I was like, I need to lie down. I feel depressed. I'm freaking out. I'm over speaking. And once I balanced those bottom ones, the throat, the heart, everything was completely, I got my pendulum right. And I went to this workshop and learned about entities. And honestly, everyone was out. Not this and not this. They were wide open. And I was going fucking insane. Make sense? We don't want to be insane. We want to be magical and whole. And this is what I do in Magnificent Mediumship. This is what we do. And this is what we do in Spiritual Magnificence, is we're balancing all parts of us so we can see clearly through the lens of wholeness. How does that feel for you? Yeah, notice your third eye right now. Notice your third eye right now. How's it feeling? I've got a little bit of pressure in mine right now. I'm like, ooh, what is going on? What is going on up there? Okay, so it's my little story. I wasn't meant to go into too many stories. We're meant to be keeping this nice and sweet and short. If you are ready to come into Magnificent Mediumship, it is for everybody. We have had teachers, accountants, we have literally I've had so many psychologists and early childhood teachers, mums, all types of people come into it, not just people who are like self-proclaimed, spiritual healers, or we have a lot of spiritual healers, obviously, and Reiki masters and practitioners and all that type of stuff, but it's for everyone and anyone that has a heart pull towards consciousness and spirit. So you can check out the links below. If that's not ready for that, then come into Spiritual Magnificence, where we come together weekly, and it's phenomenal. But let's get into the activations today. Okay. First question Spirit just told me, is anyone afraid of seeing a spirit? Is anyone afraid of seeing a ghost? Is anyone afraid of seeing a dead person? Is anyone afraid of seeing something that is not normal with the normal eyesight? Are you afraid of seeing? Don't listen to your head, listen to your body. How do you feel? Let me know. How do you feel? Are you afraid? Are you scared? Oh, hey, Ashley. Yes, Ashley, you will do it again. People come back over and over and over and do MM. Okay. Is there anywhere in your body that you're afraid to see spirit? Anywhere that you are, even if you're not acknowledging it, let's revoke, rescind, reclaim, renounce, and denounce all oaths, vows, fealties, communities, and contracts that are connected to fear to keep you safe in this lifetime and beyond. Anywhere that you're empathing on those around you that are afraid of seeing ghosts, which is stopping you from seeing ghosts, let's just disintegrate and dissolve all those points of views, judgments, considerations. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of energy around this, guys. I see spirit all the time, and it is the most beautiful, regulated thing I do. I don't just see spirit nilly-willy. And when people come into Magnificent Mediumship, the first thing I do is I say, we're going to create some standards and some boundaries and some work hours. We are going to create some systems around you and your mediumship, because I'm sick and tired of people going, I can't sleep. Spirit is like, it's just, I don't even know why I'm not sleeping. I'm just not sleeping. Like, there's all these things, these ailments that are happening because you don't know how to manage the spirit world. You've got to learn how to manage the spirit world, not with too strong of boundaries, but with a standard and an expectation of how you hold yourself as a human being and a spirit. Got it? Okay, so this is the practice that we're going to do. It's nice and simple. I want you to breathe in, right in, breathe in, third eye gaze, and breathe out gently and open your eyes. Breathe in, Close your eyes. Third eye gaze. And release gently. Have the exhalation longer than the inhale. When you're doing your third eye gaze, I invite you to bring up, so you're breathing in, right in, getting those lungs full, getting the chest full, relaxing the shoulders. You're looking into the third eye gaze, but you're bringing up the perineum because, like I said, all these other chakras are actually holding the third eye, because if you're not grounded, you go crazy. And trust me when I say most of my life I felt crazy, and most of my life because of my blueprint, and I don't have many defined centers, I haven't been very balanced, and I'm a really intense empath. That's what makes me a good medium, because I can feel everything from the other people around me, and spirit. If you've had a reading with me, you'll know that I've probably cried in our reading. It's like the only time I cry is because I can feel other people's emotions. So we need to be able to hold ourselves by working on these other ones. That's why we've done Activated, guys. Getting all of you guys ready for MM, to hold yourself so we can actually go through this transcendence experience together. So again, breathing in and up, holding that breath, third eye gaze, holding, and releasing. This time, just notice your jaw, notice your hands. Going to breathe in, expand that belly. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Hold, third eye gaze. And you may be balancing other meridians. Obviously, my throat's being balanced as we're doing this. And releasing gently. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. And again, in your own time, breathing in. Up. Bring that anus perineum up. Sexual organs up. Third eye gaze, holding, and releasing when you're ready. Release it all. Okay, again, breathing in and up. Third eye gaze. And releasing. I quite like to put it's hard to do with my head on, but I quite like to put my hands in a prayer position, and in between the thumbs, pop up to my third eye as well. And bow down slightly. Say thank you to my heart for supporting my third eye. I'm really grateful for that. How are you feeling? Have a look around. Just notice how you're feeling. We can give this a little rub if we like. We can do this if we want to. Visualize a beautiful indigo color. If color, I don't know if you guys can feel this. Actually, I'm going to do this on you guys because I can feel this. If color is your thing with chakras. So one of the things you're going to do is I'm just going to just look at my finger. Get out of the... Okay. We're just activating. It's a bit hard with the camera because it's coming in and out. Oh, yeah. Just opening that up a little bit for you. Okay, some holy fire Reiki. And closing your eyes down. And just noticing the space between your eyes. With no expectation, just relaxing. Holy fire Reiki is going through your third eye, and there's no emergency on how you see or when you see. Just that you be, because you are your third eye. You are the seer. You are the sensatory being. You are the magnificent medium. You are the spirit. And just repeat after me. What can I see? What do I feel? What do I know? What do I acknowledge? What do I see? What do I feel? What do I know? What do I acknowledge? What do I see? What do I feel? What do I know? What do I acknowledge? What do I see? What do I feel? What do I know? What do I acknowledge? Dropping those barriers, expanding your energy. I'm going to ask for the angels, the guides, the light beings throughout all time, spaces, and dimensions of the highest realms, vibrations, and frequency to work on your aura now and all of your chakras, all of your meridians, and focusing on any fear to leave from the third eye in the aura and to activate where your soul desires for you to be right now, to lead you with your visions to where you require to go. Kia rama kia papare me ki tika mo pakere pepekere mo makeria tuko te be meke pepekere pepekesia e nganga e mama keria rama ki papakare pepekia o kama peke e kama pakere me ki pepekere pepekere e kana den pepekere pepekere hi o nganga me pepekere mo pepekere is a etika a can pick up hand and pick it up a pick up a pet to pick up a can and pick up a pick up to me a mama can pick it up a cara. Let me see truth. Let me see guidance. Let me see knowledge. Let me see light. Let me see God. Let me see Mother. Let me see self. Let me see goodness. Let me see truth. Let me see love. Let me see faith. Let me see whatever I require on this journey of light and love. I acknowledge my power. I feel it. I know it. I am it. And when you are ready, just bring yourself back into your body from wherever you have been. And you may want to put your hand on your forehead a little bit, maybe a hand on your heart or wherever that feels integral for you. Just I can feel that you guys have settled a lot, so just settling your soul, and maybe even you can put your hands over your ears if you want to. The ears are a very, very sacred space You don't have time to go into the ears today, but I highly recommend you just acknowledge them, acknowledging the voice, acknowledging the head. Beautiful. How are you feeling? What's going on for you right now? It's a lot of shifts that have happened for you guys today. I can feel it. Just imagine if you can spend less than half an hour with us in this energy with these spirit guides. Imagine what you can achieve in some of my paid containers. If this is a free container, imagine the ascension process there. It's pretty next level. And some of you are coming into magnificent mediumship, which is the next round's in February. I do a couple of rounds a year, and the soul calls you to each and every one. We have people joining from Norway, Sweden, Australia, New Zealand, the US, the UK. And here is the card I pulled for you today. Be yourself. The situation calls for you to be authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. And last night, interesting enough, I was actually diving into the Unicorn Collective. I really, truly was. I know two people that work with the Unicorn Collective. One's a really good friend of mine. One was who just did MM in the last round, and she literally is like a fairy who rides unicorns. And that's what her reading was. When I did a reading for her, I was like, this is next level. My readings are so galactic. It's out of this world. And when I see with my eyes, what do you see with this? When I see with my eyes this card, do you know what I see? The purple and the gold. I see the magic and the light, and I can see that this is not just a human being. She's a light being, just like you, who's in the mystical realm and revolution of oneness, which is beyond the seventh dimension. And this is the ability that you can bring to the world. Be yourself is really what pops in, because that is your purpose, that is your magic. Just notice what you see, notice what you feel. And the purple means spiritual. Okay, my loves, this has been day 6 of Activated. So thank you for being here. Share this magic. Never underestimate the power of the light language. Never underestimate the power of the activations. Today, we could have gone a lot deeper into the activations of the third eye, but you will activate as much as you possibly need to, okay? So I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I really, truly am. But 2024 is the time. It is the time to really step forward into your genius, whatever that means. So you can see your own vision. You can see the mentor that you require. And the thing that the guides have been really telling me this last week actually is, and you can probably see it in my copy as well on Instagram, because I'm doing a lot more on Instagram, is the teacher will arrive when the student is ready. And, I've just signed up to my new coach, which she just arrived, and I signed up the next day. I signed up that day. No, the next day, I lie. So I wanted to check her out. So she arrived and I was like, I'm signing up to this coach because it's correct for me, because I am a student of the earth, and there's always somebody who's here to give me a little piece of what my soul is requiring. So take that with you and notice how that applies to you. And if you do want to binge my free stuff, we've got YouTube, we've got a podcast. Go check me out on Instagram, please, because I'm trying to get that platform up and running. I've been on Facebook for like 7 years, building a multiple 6-figure business. So my handle is Victoria Bond Spiritual Coach, and I've got some really epic lives, which are a little bit different to Facebook, and I'd love you guys to go check them out on Instagram. So if you have any questions, let me know, pop it in the chat box. If you want to join anything, you can email me at teamvictoriabond@gmail.com. You can land in my DMs and my team will take care of you there. For now, thank you. I adore you. We want to say thank you to Spirit for being here today. And we've got one more day, and it's going to be the crown chakra. It's going to be very, very powerful. So stay tuned. I am so excited for this year. I hope you've enjoyed day 6 of Activated. Let me know how you're feeling. This is a whole freaking program. Just because it's free doesn't mean it is not fucking powerful, because it truly is. My inbox is getting full. I love testimonials. I love video testimonials. And tell me how you've enjoyed working with me in this week, what benefits you've had, and or flick me into my DMs, write a testimonial. The more, the merrier. Okay, guys. Other than that, if you're just chilling out here and you're enjoying the free content, then good for you. Go girl, go. Okay, guys. Lots of love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Namaste.